Hi, my name's Eric Broom, and this is my personal and professional goals. Down on the bottom right are just some of my credentials, and let's get going. So, just a little bit about me. The top left here, we have some pictures of the Air Force. I'm part of the 115th Fighter Wing in Madison, Wisconsin. I have two older brothers that are also in the Air Force. One is in Duluth, Minnesota, and one of them is out of the Des Moines, Iowa base. And he is actually the oldest one is in the picture there with me. He is in Texas right now training to be a pilot. The next picture is of a F-16 jet, and that is what I work on. Down below that, I love backpacking. I learned that when I worked out in Colorado, which I'll talk about a little bit more. But I take a trip every summer and do a lot of class 3 hikes, a lot of bouldering and stuff. Um, Today I got to hike around the Maroon Bells. If you know where that is, that's a really cool area. Then on the right, I also love skiing in Colorado. I've also skied in Whistler, Canada, and I'm hoping to make some trips to Utah and California as well. But that is definitely one of my favorite things to do. Down below that is my family, three brothers and my mom. The younger brother is not in the Air Force yet, but he did just land a job as a police officer. My dad is in Atlanta, Georgia, works at a VA hospital. He is not shown here. So that's a little bit about myself. My educational background. So we'll start in the top left again. I graduated from Rochester Community and Technical College, RCTC, in 2012, where I also played baseball. I played baseball both years and loved it. Graduated there with just a liberal arts degree and a coaching diploma and a personal training diploma. So I loved that. That was a great experience, and that's out of Minnesota. Down below that, or actually, let's go to the right of that. So then I went to the University of Northern Iowa. I graduated there in 16. I also worked as a fitness center manager at an Anytime Fitness throughout my time there, and graduated from there with my K through 12 physical education degree as well as 7 through 12 health. Loved that. UNI was a great place. That picture is me and my class of PE teachers as well as my professor. And then down below that, actually, let's go left of that. So after UNI, Northern Iowa, I went and worked in Colorado as a camp counselor and ski patrol. So, like I said before, I learned all of my mountaineering skills there. Camp counselor, we hiked a bunch of mountains with groups of kids from 10 to 14 years old. Did that for 3 months and then worked at a ski resort, Keystone Ski Resort, if you've ever been out there. It's about an hour west of Denver, and did that for a winter, which was one of the best times of my life. Loved it. And then after that, I then accepted the job where I am now at Easton Valley. This would be my third year here, K through 8 PE and the 7 through 12 AD, or athletics director. And then not shown or not involved in this slide, my second year I was actually in Air Force training. So I still did my AD duties, online email scheduling and stuff, but I was not at the school that year. So technically it's my second year of teaching. Personal goals. So the next year to 5 years, I want to have financial peace. So I'm big on not having money be a stressor in my life. I want to be confident in managing my money and therefore be able to do things like ski and take trips to the mountains whenever I want to do that, and allocate my money as needed. I want to get married and have a family. Something that's always excited me. Be a father, be a husband, and be the best at both. Then can just continue to improve my physical health. I've always loved fitness, and I just always have goals that I'm reaching towards. And especially as a PE teacher, I feel like that's an important thing to do. 6 to 10. Again, with my finances, I want to just make sure I'm allocating correctly into my funding accounts. I have some different accounts set up, and I'm just working on learning how to budget those and move money correctly. I want to build a family house. That's something I've always really been excited to do and be able to hopefully pass that down to my kids. Um, and then be accountable with my wife, hopefully, then with physical fitness. It's usually this is kind of the time in life when people tend to fall off from physical fitness and health. So I just want to make sure and keep going down that path and be able to be a model to my kids, as far as that goes. And let's see, 10 plus years. So I want to, again, going off the finances, be able to bless my kids with graduation gifts, whether that's a high school graduation or college graduation. Um, just something that really is meaningful. That's something that I wasn't able to receive from my parents. My parents were never really financially smart or stable, so I think that's where my vision and push for that comes from. So I think that'd be really cool to be able to do that. I want to invest in real estate. That's something that's been on my mind for a couple of years now, and I have a colleague, a friend who does it. So I think I'd be able to work with him and learn a lot from him. And going off that, I would like to own my own gym. That's something I've wanted to do since I was probably in junior high. So be able to own that gym or a fitness franchise and go with that. One of my brothers is actually interested in doing that with me as well. Professional, complete this graduate program with an outstanding GPA. I'm on track with that and hopefully continue that success. Continue to grow as an athletic director and PE teacher, just enhancing those skills that I've listed and just really zone in and excel at what I'm doing. And then accept a job as an administrator at a school, whether AD or assistant principal or principal. I would like to get experience as a principal, so hopefully it goes towards that. 6 to 10 years. Settle into a school district that I can call home, so just kind of find that dream job. Make a difference in my community. So I'd really like to do something that shows consistent growth in my coaches and athletic programs. Be a regular state competitor, maybe improve facilities in a large way. Or it could just mean creating a big change in the school overall as far as attitude and morale. And then I just want to develop a year-round PE curriculum, and that could be earlier than 6 to 10 years, but that's just something I've kind of always thought about, is just having that curriculum created, and maybe even something that I could work on selling or distributing. 10 plus, I'd like to have a role in a state convention. I'd be a speaker, run a class, do something that makes a difference at a larger scale. I want to never lose that growth mindset. I love learning, and I don't want to lose that aspect of life and just continue to want to grow and learn new things and excel at those things. And then off of finances again, just have that retirement plan in place. I should have it already planned out, but at this point I should be able to really see it and envision when, where, and why it's happening and make it work. Why I chose Fort Hays, it was recommended to me. That was big. And then the curriculum, it had all the classes that I wanted to have. It was affordable, and I was all online. So pretty typical stuff, but they all worked out really well for me. And my expectations are listed here. Just that I would get feedback that'd be really engaging. I knew it'd be time consuming and rigorous, but I knew it was going to be good. So I expected all those things from it. And that is it. I appreciate you watching. Those are my goals, personal and professional, and hopefully I can make those come true in the future. Thanks for listening.